Hi friends, I'm here with the yoga offering. Let's get back on our mats, get in our bodies. As always, please do that in the way that it feels right for you. Only you can know that. I'll be suggesting things that may or may not work for you today. So please take what's useful and choose something different for anything that's not serving you. Let's begin sitting. If you have something you want to sit up on, you might grab a blanket or cushion or block. And we'll come into a comfortable cross-legged position. And either begin with eyes closed or a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. You might let your attention come down to where your body touches the floor or your props. Just feeling your base grounded. And then staying connected through your base, start to lengthen even more through your spine. Sitting as tall as you can, as if your head were floating. Without losing any of that height, take a scan from your head down, letting go of any unnecessary effort. And as we move through our practice, coming into different shapes, different poses, in each shape we might use the breath to explore. The inhale has a natural expansive quality. Can you use that to create or look for spaciousness, full expression, length, opening, action? And the exhale has a natural releasing quality. Using your exhale to feel grounded, to let go, surrender. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open or close your eyes as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin with a side stretch. Take the right arm up and over. You can lean onto your left hand or elbow, exploring the limits of your range of motion. Take a few big circles with your right arm, reaching as far back as you can. Bringing mobility, lubrication to your joints. And being careful with anything you need to be careful with. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And then curve around through center. You can reach out, continue all the way over, into a side stretch on the other side. Start to circle your left arm back as far back as you can. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And then curve around through center, all the way over one big circle. When you get to the beginning, curve around through center, all the way over one big circle. And then curve to center, and let's hang out there, leaning into the hands or elbows, or all the way down, letting go. Walk your upper body back up. Bring hands to the floor behind you, fingers facing forward. Roll your shoulders back and elbows back, and then lift the chest as high as you can. Release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Drop your chin to your chest. Roll your way back up, and then recross the legs, other leg in front or on top. Sitting tall, drop your right ear over to right shoulder, press down through the left shoulder, looking for a stretch on the left side of the neck. And you're welcome to be in stillness or movement. I really like to move around in my practice. If I lift my chin a little up or down, it kind of moves the sensation. How do you stay curious and interested in what you're doing? Rotate your chin to your chest. Come over to the other side, both shoulders drop. Now a little bit more through the right side. And there is benefit to just moving the body, even if your mind were thinking about other things, but the benefit is so much more when we're really paying attention, listening to the subtle feedback. Rotate chin to chest, come over to the other side, and go back and forth a few times, half circles or 3/4 circles, watching the sensation move from one side over to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of the neck. Release the arms down, head floats up. Hands to the floor behind you again, shoulders back, elbows back. Puff up the heart. Take it as high as you can. And release. Hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees. Roll your way back up. Let's bring feet to the floor, hip width apart. Shift your hands to the floor in front of your feet and then take a little rock front to back. As you rock your weight forward, looking for a stretch through your toes. As you rock back, getting into calves, ankles, Achilles tendon. I find when I am really paying attention, something very simple or even familiar can be really fascinating. Drop your heels, lift your hips, and come back to hang in ragdoll. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can take any arm position. You can move or not. It can be useful sometimes to be told what to do and what you might feel, what to look for. But as soon as you feel ready, please take full permission to do anything you want. Learning through trial and error what works for this body now. Let's plant the hands near the front of the mat. Step back. High push-up. Feel the strength of your core supporting you. The whole body in a straight, long line. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. And come into your back bend. And this can be low or high, cobra or up dog. And then back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. So can you take everything you've ever learned about your body, about this shape, and apply it? And let that be the very beginning of the experience. And then really feeling what's happening now. Using that real-time feedback to perhaps try something a little different or give yourself an adjustment. And then drop your knees. Let's come into child's pose, practicing resting. Remembering that resting is not only about resting the body, but just simplifying what you're doing so you can return to presence, ease, return to your breath. And that may be easier to do in a pose with less effort or that's more simple, like child's pose. But you can practice coming back to center over and over again in any shape. Let's come back through down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop your feet to the front of your mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Please take the time you need. You don't have to move at my pace. And then when you rest, choose a shape that allows you to come back to ease.
So that might be down dog, but could be child's pose or sitting or on your forearms or knees, any neutral shape. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. Step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Let's take the right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to chest. And start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time the leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times, pulling the hips up and back as you do. Take your leg a little higher and then bring the right knee towards right upper arm. Shift your weight forward. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Little twist. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Settle in. Can you be curious in a pose you've done many times before? Last breath here. Tip forward. Standing splits. Extend that back leg straighter, longer, higher. Let your head hang even more. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Last breath. Release. Optional handstand swings, if you like. Plant the hands and let that left leg swing up and down, getting a little air time for the right leg. This could be low or high. You can skip it all together. Whenever you're ready, find your way back to down dog through a vinyasa or just stepping back or doing something else. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times, big circles. Both directions. Take your leg a little higher. Left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Send it up and back. Right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Last breath. Tip forward. Standing splits. Stretching that back leg straighter, longer, higher. And then release, step back, warrior one. Setting it up however much you are able, using the details you are aware of. And again, letting that be the beginning. Now what? A new experience. Last breath here. Optional handstand swings. Can you bring that same presence into something that's a little more dynamic, uncertain, maybe awkward? Finding your way to a good rest. Any neutral shape. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Last breath. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three, shift forward and find your balance. Modify or adjust how you need to. Using the directions of the pose, going towards a straight line from your head to your left foot, towards hips square, towards balance. Meeting your edges. honoring your body where it is right now. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Release. Same thing other side. Left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. And continue to make the adjustments that support you coming into full expression, honoring your limits. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Release. Make your way to a good rest. Letting go. Last deep breath in and out. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. When you're ready, right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three, one breath, come in. Step back, warrior one. From here, open out, warrior two. And then take your time. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling. Reverse warrior two. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Start to open the top arm, tuck it behind your back, half bound triangle. So it might be the back of the hand is at the lower back. You might creep your hand around to the right inner thigh. And if you want to work a little more core strength, you could extend your bottom arm forward. To release, let's come into extended side angle. So we can bend the right knee, keeping a half bind, or try for a full bind. Right arm on the inside, reach around for the left fingers or wrist behind you. Last breath here. Look to the front of the mat. Let's step forward. Could be one big step or several small ones. You may need to release your bind. You may grab it a little tighter. You might use a strap. Let's take all the weight into the left foot and come up to standing forward, bird of paradise. If you don't have the bind, you could approximate with the left hand behind the back, the right arm under your leg. Wherever you are, think about extending the right leg towards straight. So towards straight could include very bent. You're just working with your body, going to your full expression. Last breath here. Release. Hang in ragdoll. Let that go. Take any movement. Let's make our way back to down dog. I want to give you the option of a crow pose on your way. If you do want to try crow, you might take a little step back from the front of the mat. Hands shoulder width apart, knees to the upper arms. Shift your weight forward. More weight in the hands, less weight in the feet. If the feet are weightless, you might lift them up. Whenever the pose feels complete, make your way out of it and into downward facing dog. You might take a vinyasa. You might give the wrists a little release. Feeling whatever it is you are choosing to do. And we're just taking one thing at a time. We've got a whole sequence ahead of us. You don't need to do the whole thing at once, just being where you are right now. When you are ready, from down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, one breath. Step back, warrior 1. Open out, warrior 2. Applying what you know and still being curious. Flip the left palm. Reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg. Triangle. Open the top arm. Tuck it behind the back. Half bound triangle. Working with your body. It doesn't need to look the way I'm doing it. If you did so on the other side, you might extend the bottom arm forward. Make sure you're not locking your left knee. A little bend could be useful. Release, bend the left knee, half bound, extended side angle. If you did try a full bind on the other side, you can do so again. Look down towards the left foot, step up towards the front of the mat. You may want to readjust your bind or let it go. Shift your weight into the right foot. Bend your knee. Come up to standing with or without the bind. Extending the left leg. Part way or all the way. Last breath. Release. Hang in ragdoll. Let that go. going to give the option of Firefly. Now, you may skip everything I'm offering. You might do crow instead, or you might try it with me, but please be careful of your body. Don't do anything that's going to hurt you. So bring both arms between your legs, hands to the heels, and then kind of shimmy your elbows and shoulders, and as much as you can, through your legs. Some of you might even be able to link fingers behind your back and extend the legs towards straight. This is one holding place. It could be here. If you want to try Firefly, what's required is to be able to get your hands flat to the floor, facing the same direction as your feet behind your feet. If you can't do that, then don't put weight into your hands if it's just your fingertips. If it feels safe to do so, bend your elbows, let the weight of your body rest on your elbows, and then maybe extend the legs. So it could be just one leg at a time, or you could try extending both legs straight. You're welcome to release out of this in any way that feels safe or fun for you. One way is to come through crow and step or hop back from there. Let's make our way onto our backs, and you can do that in the way that feels right for you. Might be just sitting on down, rolling back. You might take a vinyasa, listening to what's right now. Bring your knees to your chest. Take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum. Let's take a couple back bends. We're going to start gently, and then you can take it wherever you like from there. So let's bring feet to the floor, hip width apart, parallel. We'll start with bridge. Press your feet down. Lift your hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back, shrug your shoulders underneath you. Hips as high as you can, but let them be where they are. Can you have 100% effort and 100% surrender? Whenever the pose feels complete, come down and rest, and really rest. There can be a lovely release after the effort. Don't skip that. Do you want to come up again? Ask yourself. You don't have to. You can stay right where you are. You can do what we just did. You could take any other back bend. If you are coming up to bridge, half wheel, full wheel, or anything else, listen for the rightness in the moment. And some poses are best done for a short amount of time. Wheel may not be a sustainable one for you. You can come into it, gather some information, and come right back out. Some poses really change over time. What's it like to take more breaths, to stay longer? Whether you're back bending, transitioning, or resting, feeling what you are doing. Can you stay in the experience you're having? If you have more back bends in you, keep going. If you're done, move on. So you can take any counter stretch. I'm going to suggest happy baby, but maybe there's something else that you feel like doing. Listen to yourself. I'm going to suggest some hip and leg stretches next. You can join me or wrap up your practice in another way, in the way that feels right for you. If you'd like to join me, drop your feet to the floor. We're going to cross the right ankle above the left knee. Reach your hands through, grab the left leg, hug it in. As you do this, can you spread your back? Finding the minimum amount of effort to be here. 100% of the minimum. And then keep stripping away, keep letting go. To release, drop the left foot to the floor, straighten the right leg up, flex and point your right foot. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then straighten the left leg along the floor, grounding down through the back of the left leg. Open your right leg out to the right, just at a slight angle. And then bring this straight leg up and across. So opposite hand might grab for the outside of the foot. If that's too far to reach, you could either use a strap, bend your knee, or hold your calf. We're going to take it all the way across into a spinal twist with a straight or partly straight right leg. Open out through the right arm. If you want to add a quad stretch to this, your free hand, your right hand, can reach down for your free foot. Your left foot, you might need to lift the torso in order to start. And then once you have hold, drop your shoulder down. In a moment, we'll come back onto our backs. There is an option of coming through half or full lotus. Please don't force anything, but if those are poses that your body can do, you can try bringing the right ankle to the top of the left leg as you roll onto your back, half lotus. If your hands are on your feet, and it's possible you might thread the bottom leg up and around into full lotus. Don't force it. It's not worth it. Hug what you ended up with. Could be lotus, half lotus, crossed ankle, something else. Give your back a little rub. And then take your legs up. Give them a good shake out. Shaking the muscle on the bone. Maybe kick your butt a few times. Same thing other side. Drop your feet to the floor. Cross your left ankle above your right knee. Reach your hands through. Grab the right leg. Hug it in close. What is there to release? I like to start my practice with a moment of stillness, either sitting or lying down or some passive pose where I'm able to feel what it's like to be, how, where, exactly as I am, and allowing it to be. And then as I move through each challenge, each pose, each shape, each situation, one context with which I view this practice is, can I find that same sense of center, acceptance here when it's like this? Drop the right foot to the floor, straighten the left leg up, flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle. A couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Straighten the left leg along the floor, right leg along the floor, open the left leg out to the left. And if I can do that here, perhaps I can do it out there. Like I'm leaving myself breadcrumbs for what that process is like. Feeling what's happening, changing whatever I can change about it. Of course, I'm not going to stop doing my best going towards what I want, but allowing the results to be as they are. Let's bring this leg up and across. So you might grab your foot, you might not. You might bend your leg, it might be straight. And that is, of course, more challenging when there's discomfort, when there's uncertainty, when there's pain, when my expectations aren't met. If you did add a quad stretch, you can add it again. It really gives a whole different context for being with discomfort. If in being with discomfort I view it as a problem, like something's wrong and shouldn't be happening, then I'm suffering. When I view being with discomfort as me growing in capacity to be with life as it's occurring in more and more and more shades of what actually happens, then I'm a little bit more able to welcome it. So as you roll onto your back, you can go towards a lotus pose. Your body is going to tell you when to stop. Please listen. So you might come into half lotus. You might come into full lotus. It does not matter. Hug what you have. Give it a little circle or rock. Take your legs up, shake them out. Kick your butt. And then let's take a full body shake. Bring your arms up, give them a good shake, letting go of everything you don't need. And then let it go. If you need anything else before you come into your resting pose, take your time. If you want to take any last stretch, if you want to self-massage, adjust your clothing, grabbing props. Taking good care of yourself. Eventually settling into stillness. Letting go of the control of your breath. Letting the weight of your body just release. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And let your wrists and ankles move. Start to wake your body up. Maybe take a big old stretch through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. You might let that gratitude expand out to the people and circumstances that make it possible for you to be here. And that can extend far and wide. Maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you. Oh, that felt good. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for taking such good care of yourself and doing what feels right for you and supporting me by being here with me. It wouldn't make sense to keep doing these videos if you weren't appreciating them and doing them. Well, maybe that isn't true, but I do appreciate you being here. Have a great day.